Hello and welcome to this lesson on the tune The South Wind for the DG Melodeon. This tune was written by a guy from Ireland in the 1700s. Apparently he was homesick for County Mayo where he lived. Don't be fooled by this, it looks and sounds like a pretty straightforward waltz, but there are some quite interesting bits in it, so I hope you're going to enjoy this lesson. We're in the key of G major. Like I say, it's a waltz, it's 3 beats to the bar, and because we're in the key of G major, the G row will have all the normal headed notes on the music, and on the D row the notes will have diamond heads. In this way, when you look at the music, you can see at a glance which row to play the notes on. The first bar is a pickup bar. If you don't know what that means, it means that normally every bar's got 3 beats, but this particular one has only got 2. It is literally picking up the tune. So because it comes in on beat 2, you can't just count 1 and go in. The best way to do this is to count 1, 2, 3, 1 and then come in on the next 2. That gives you, a bit of warning, and obviously if you're playing along with other people, it's a good tip for counting people in. It says NC, which is an abbreviation for no chord. So in this first bar there's no left hand, simply going to play 2 notes on the right hand. The first 2 notes are D and C. My Melodeon is a 4th button start, so for me it's button 6 and then button 5. If you have a 3rd button start instrument, meaning that your 3rd button down is G, then it will be buttons 5 and 4 to start with, and it's a simple push and a pull. So you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, okay, to take you in, fingers 3 and 2. And then we start the A section. If you look at the music, you can see there's a big A in a box, a big B in a box, and a big C in a box. These are what we call rehearsal marks, and it's just a point of reference. Sometimes Melodeon tunes have an A part and a B part, and maybe a C part. It's purely just to quickly identify part of the tune. You can see a repeat sign at the beginning of that first proper bar. By the way, the pickup bar is called bar 0. Okay, so the bar number 1 is the first full bar, the bar we're about to deal with. And the reason there's a repeat sign there is that we're going to repeat from that point a bit later on. So in the first proper bar, we have a very typical bit of timing for 3 beats to the bar. It's dotted crotchet, quaver crotchet, 1, 2 and 3. So beat 2 comes really where the dot is. A dotted crotchet is worth 1.5 beats. So you have 1, 2 and 3. Now finger 2, finger 1 and then finger 1 again. There's a dagger underneath the last note of the bar because that's my sign for showing you that you can play that note just by reversing the bellows, in this case pushing. You don't have to repress the button. You can if you want, if you prefer to do that, that's absolutely fine. Like that, see? Notice you don't need to yank the bellows around a lot, it's just a tiny movement. Keep an eye on my bellows. See, hardly any movement there at all. If you look above the bar, you can see the bass line, which is a capital G and 2 lowercase g's. Capital G indicates a G bass note, one of those, and lowercase g indicates a G chord, one of those. And you'll see that the G chord comes in between the dotted crotchet B and the quaver A. It's a typical pa, the 3 beats of the bar, 1, 2, 3. If I play the whole bar, you'll see that first G chord comes in before you play that quaver A, and when you play that quaver A, make sure there's no bass line ringing, because otherwise you'll have a D chord which you don't want. So you lift it. So that first G chord comes on the count of 2, so it's kind of in mid-air, isn't it? See there, I was actually repressing that note, and that thing with the dagger, you can choose what you want to do there, of course. You may choose to repress the button, you may choose to let the bellows do it. See, I'm at the moment I'm tending to repress it, aren't I? Okay, so that's the first bar. Now the second bar on the next stave, same timing but going the other way. So B, C, D, same idea with a push, pull, push. And there, the B and the C are on the same button, hence the dagger. And then you go to the button below for the note D. I often say this, it's quite confusing. When we go down in this direction, the notes get higher, and when we go up in this direction, the notes get lower. A little bit confusing for a beginner, I guess. Those two bars. Okay, so from the beginning, 1, 2, 3, 1.